at this guy. We got him. All right. All right, so nobody likes to waste their time going fishing on a day where conditions just are not good, where you can't find fish anywhere just because the conditions are working against you. I know I certainly hate those days. I'd rather stay home, keep some dry powder, and go fishing on a day when conditions are better. But you often have those days where it's kind of in between, where you don't know if you should go or not. You know you got some factors working against you, some factors in your favor. Well, tomorrow is one of those days. We've had a ton of west wind here in South Louisiana, and that does some bad things to the water quality here. It makes the water absolutely filthy, also really lowers the tides to where a lot of areas you can't even get into, and it's actually unsafe to run a lot of times. So I was trying to find some information that might make my decision easier. And about a month ago, I relied on this free product from Salt Strong that basically gives you all the information, all the data you could possibly want for that day's fishing, and helps you make a smart decision about whether or not to go, and really what time to go. As I mentioned, it's completely free. All you do is click on the day that you want to fish. It'll show you the temperature, the rain chance, the wind direction and speed, the moon set, sunrise, moonrise, sunset, high tide and low tide, the minor and the major feeding period for each day. And then it gives you an hourly rating for how well the fish should be feeding in that hour. And then it gives you the strike score. That's based on the algorithm. It determines on a 10 scale how good the fishing should be that day. Well, tomorrow's is an 8.5, which is really good. So that means I should probably go, even though water levels, as I mentioned, are going to be low. I know that, and I might have some trouble finding some clean water. Every day you got to weigh the good and the bad, and it's seeming like there's a whole lot more good tomorrow than bad. So I'm going to go. All right, I'm happy to report I found some absolutely gorgeous water. I was not expecting this at all. As I mentioned, we've had a ton of west wind. Now the water is crazy, crazy low. So that's definitely kind of working against me. You said sun's getting up on the horizon. Beautiful, beautiful morning. I'm at the mouth of a bayou here where it meets a lake. Not a lot of water here at all. Less than a foot. Trying to get across it to get into that bayou, to get into a little bit deeper water. But I'm going to start this morning with my favorite search bait right now. That's a green hornet matrix shad on a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head. Believe me, the water's not perfect at all, but it's way better than I was expecting to find today. Let's hope that's the pattern. Lots and lots of bait around here. Just got to see if we can get into this bayou. I don't know if you can see yet the shoreline here, how far out that water is, and the tide is still falling. I just don't remember ever having this much west wind in the month of March. And west winds here in South Louisiana blow the water out of the marsh. Northwest is even worse, and that's what we've had. And the winds have been fierce, literally 40 miles an hour out here on the coast. Not 40 today. Today is essentially nothing. All right, a little bit of bad news. As I've gotten into this bayou, the water's gotten much dirtier. So obviously back in the marsh, it's not pretty at all. It's just pretty out in the lake. You'd think it'd be the opposite. Okay, we're into the mouth of the bayou. It's 3.5 feet right here, even with this water way out. So that's good. It's not a very big bayou, so I'll work it really quickly, see if I can find some fish. I wish this water looked better in here. Water temp in here is 61.9. This bayou has some 3-ways coming up. That's where I'm hoping to focus my efforts. What the hell was that? I guess it was a gator. Hopefully we don't snag him. Man, lots and lots of bait in here. Those little potbelly minnows. All right, now that the sun's getting up, I can see how bad this water really is. I've worked a pretty good stretch of this bayou without a bite. It's unfortunate because there's lots of bait in here. I think there'd be some fish in here. This water were better. So I'm gonna have to make a move and go try and find some better water. So important when you're throwing artificials to find good water. Throwing live bait, you can definitely get away with some dirtier water, but that's not a luxury I have, throwing plastics. Gotta find the clean water. All right, the water's so pretty in this lake, I can't just leave here. So I'm gonna throw this suspending scope stick along these rocks. These rocks were put in kind of as like a shoreline protection, keep the lake from intruding back into that marsh. Water just looks really good here, and I am seeing a little bit of bait. So let's see if we can catch anything. Look at this mullet up ahead. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there we go. Big speckled trout. Big speckled trout. Hopefully we land this dude. Oh yeah, we got him. All right. All right. Well, that worked out. Big meaty speckled trout. Love it. Yeah, that dude was hooked super well. We were not going to lose him. Ordinarily, I'd let this dude go. Oh, my rod fell. Ordinarily, I'd let him go, but he got messed up in the gills. One of the hooks went in there, so I'm going to keep him. He'll be good to eat. If you saw my last video, I caught a good number of fish with my buddy Wes Higgins on the suspending Scope Stiks. The first time I had fished it. Really super impressed with it. It delivered some bites from... Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Oh, dude, look at this guy. Oh, goodness. What a beautiful speckled trout. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that dude swam right at me. I thought I lost him. He took off like a rocket away from those rocks. Beautiful fish. Oh man, so awesome. Wasn't expecting this today. But you know, that deal that I looked at, that Salt Strong webpage, had today rated really high, and the hourlies were all really good this morning. Just so amazing. You find clean water, you find a lot of bait, find good tide movement, you're gonna find fish some kind of way. Water temp in here is 64.9, it's almost 65. You see up ahead, there's a loon. He's in here because of all this bait. It's always a good sign to see a loon. Oh, look at that. He came up and hit it right next to the boat. I don't know if that came out on camera or not. That fish scared the life out of me. Oh, goodness. Dude, you should have hit it 2 minutes earlier. That was a big trout. A big dumb one, too. I guess he followed it the whole way, and then the bait made a radical move. And that's when he decided to swipe at it. Whew. Make your knees weak. All right, with this water being 64 degrees, I just got to see if I can get some bites on top. I got this old beat up matrix mullet. I love baits when they get beat up like that. I definitely prefer them like that to fresh out of the package. Man, I was cast that too long. Right up into the rocks. And the advantage to this, I can get it real close to those rocks without worrying about getting snagged. Kind of a long shot, but I got to try it. All right, no bites on top. Not surprised. Water's still just a little bit cool. Probably later today they'll bite on top. Now, when I caught fish on this bait the other day, I was fishing much deeper water, so I was really letting it pause a long time. I don't feel like I can do that today. Where the boat is right here is 2.8 feet. So, you know, it's a lot shallower up there by the rocks. This bait suspends really well, but it does kind of slowly fall, so can't fish it too slowly, or you end up getting snagged constantly. Oh, there we go. Oh man, that feels like a nice one. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Yeah, I'd say it's a nice one. Look how pretty that speckled trout is. Well, I'm just gonna let him wear himself out. Oh goodness. I'm talking rip the rod out of your hands. Just so awesome. Go ahead, dude. I don't know if I should even net this fish. I should probably net him. I'm gonna get myself heading out these rocks. I know that. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this fish. If I lose him, I lose him. Oh goodness, what a beautiful speckled trout. Oh goodness. Look at this fish, beautiful fish. All right, I'm gonna stick a tag in this dude and let him go. This dude is not lucky, he is. Tagging a fish that size, to me, is the best thing you can do. If somebody catches that fish and reports that tag, I get to find out how much that fish grew and where he went. Such valuable information. Fish that size are okay to eat. They're not terrible, but believe me, I'd much rather have a 13-incher if I was gonna eat one. Whole lot less meat, of course, but they're just a whole lot tastier. Now, although each fish is biting super aggressively, it doesn't seem to be an absolute ton along this rock wall. I'm making a lot of casts per fish. I'm kind of doubling back, heading back in an area where I caught a couple. No doubt in my mind, this would be substantially better on a rising tide as the water's pushing bait up against those rocks. But we got a falling tide right now. Oh, missed him. What a good hit. Oh, he hit it again. Come on, dude. I won't miss you this time. Come on. Oh, there he goes. 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 Now he got it. I saw him hit it. I saw him come up and hit it. That fish hit that bait 3 times. He was not going to be denied. Oh, goodness. I don't know how you missed it the first 2 times, dude. It's got 9 hooks. Oh my goodness, just so awesome. How can you not love this? I don't know, but I sure do. Oh. Dude, you are all wrapped up. All right, let's see if we can get you swinging this way. All right, we got you in, dude. Man, these are all nice, beautiful trout. So fat. So fat. I got a dish in mind I want to make, so I'm going to keep some of these. Yeah, this dude's hooked in the gills too, so he's going to come home. It's all up in his gills. Sorry, buddy. This is why I love spring speckled trout fishing. Man, just so awesome. Yeah, that guy hit me. I missed him. Hit me again. I missed him again. And then I was able to see the bait, and I watched him come up and smack it. I set the hook, seeing him rather than feeling him. Generally not a good thing to do, but that's what I did. At least I assume it was the same fish. You never know. I do think this time of year they travel in kind of wolf packs of like 2 or 3, particularly these big ones. Not really schools, just kind of groups. That's a fish I would have tagged and released if I hadn't hooked him in the gills. And I've said it before, but I know not everybody watches every video, but if you want to get into tagging, it's very, very easy to do. Just go to taglouisiana.net and sign up. It's free. Now, of course, don't sign up if you're not 100% confident you'll actually use the tags. But once you get into it, if you're anything like me, you'll be super addicted to it. It's awesome. I love it. I always find this time of year to catch these big speckled trout on hard plastics, you need 3 ingredients. And we've got 2 of the 3 today. Well, I'll tell you what they are. The 3 ingredients are clean water. Obviously, you want a tide movement. You want that water to be moving. The clean water, the presence of mullet, and there's plenty of mullet along the shoreline. Seeing lots of them. Both jumping mullet and then just the ones that kind of school on top, and the smaller ones. The fingerlings. So clean water, mullet, and grass. Don't have any grass at all along the shoreline, but my hypothesis is that these rocks are kind of acting like the grass. giving those trout something to hold on and feel comfortable, where they can kind of hide out and ambush prey. Whatever it is, they're here and they're feeding. And again, I don't think there's a ton of trout along here, but they're definitely feeding. The way these fish are acting so aggressive, you can tell they've recently come out of deep water and they're looking to get fat. Looking to get fatter, because these trout are all super fat, crazy fat. I don't know how you can survive all winter and maintain that level of fat. I don't know. I don't know what they ate all winter, particularly after the cold winter we had. Oh, he missed it. Shoot, come back, dude. Come back like your buddy did. Oh. Oh. That was a one-hit wonder there. I mean, he just smoked it. Didn't get it, though. Don't know how. Don't know how they can do that. How can you hit that hard to send a jolt up that line, but not get a hook? Oh, there's one. You got the hook. You got the hook, dude. You may be the same fish. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. These are all just rubber stamps. They're just all really, really nice fish. Yes. Come on, dude. All right, we got him. He may be an inch or two shorter than the last one, but still just a beautiful speckled trout. Gonna put him in the box. Sometimes fish just load up on jerk baits. That is not the case at all today. They are just hammering it. Of course, water temp is now, what, 65, so that's right in their wheelhouse. They're most aggressive, 65 to 75. And they're hungry. I mean, they are. There's lots of bait in here, lots of stuff for them to eat after a long, cold winter. Super aggressive. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, I think you only got the back hook. I think you only got the back hook. Let me take my time with you. Yeah, he's only got the back hook. That's it. Hopefully he's got it good. Oh, he does not. We lost him. That's unfortunate. But you're gonna lose a few. It's better than getting the net and getting that hook all tangled in that net. I feel like I should fish some other ways just to keep these fish honest. But it's just so hard for me to put down hard plastics when they're hitting them. If it's getting bit at all, it's just hard for me to put it down. So a little bit of advice: when you go to flip a fish in the boat, you definitely want to reel down to where the amount of line between your rod tip and your lure is less than the distance to your hand. Because as that fish just did, you know, you're bowed up on the fish, your rod is bowed. If you got too much line out and that fish throws a hook, there's a chance it could come hit your hand or your face or something like that, or hit your buddy. I guess best case scenario, it hit your buddy. But if you reel down, you know, leave like that much line out, that's not possible for that to happen. You could still hit your buddy, I guess, but you're not gonna hit yourself. The wind is really picking up. Now, fortunately, I'm on the lee side of this lake, so it's not a problem. Actually, it may inspire these fish to feed even more aggressively just by ruffling up that surface, make them a little bit less spooky, although they don't seem to be very spooky. Oh, he missed it. Shoot. Come on back and get it. It's still there. Oh, there you go. He came back and got it. He came back. He couldn't resist. Oh, goodness. Oh, another big one. Oh, goodness. Come on, dude. Don't lose it like your buddy did. Oh, look at this beautiful speckled trout. Man, I love it. You didn't know you were better off when you missed it, huh? You came back and got it. All right, we got him. He's captured. He's ours. All right, beautiful fish. That's a, oh, never mind. Oh, dude, is that a red? That's gotta be a red. That's gotta be a redfish. I'll be fighting this boy a while. If that's a trout, yeah, it's red. Gotta be a redfish. Yeah, that is not a trout. That's a big old boy. And he ripped the rod out of my hands. Man, he smacked it. If this is a speckled trout, we're heading straight to the dock to go weigh in my new state record. But it's a red. It's a red. I keep getting, yeah, okay. I just saw him. He's a big red. He's a big old boy. He is a big old boy. Yep, I just want my bait back, dude. I'm gonna stick a little bit of jewelry in your back. You'll be the coolest redfish on the block. Have a nice piercing. Then you can go about your day. Just don't steal my bait, please. Big old red. A big bruiser. I'm pretty sure he's over 27. Which makes him illegal for harvest. I don't keep redfish this big anyway, but legally you cannot harvest this guy if he is over 27, which I think he is. I'm gonna check him if I get him in. And at this point, it's looking like I'm gonna get him in. Just need to net him. And he's here for the same reason the trout are, all that bait. All right, we got him. We got him. Goodness, that's a big old heavy red. That's a big old redfish. All right, let's get some pliers. All right, it took me a little longer getting that bait out than I would have liked, so I'm not gonna tag him, I'm just gonna let him go. Hopefully he'll swim off. All right, go ahead, dude. Please swim off. There you go. All right, he's good. So Wes Higgins told me on our last trip, when we were throwing these suspending Scope Stiks, what makes this bait so unique and have so much action in the water is this bill. You know, it's not shaped like a traditional jerkbait bill. You know, those are kind of mostly U-shaped. Due to the shape of the bill, when you twitch the bait, it kind of does all kind of crazy stuff. It'll turn upside down. You just don't know how it's gonna twitch. It moves within about a 1 foot radius, according to Wes. And I mean, I can tell when I'm looking at it here when it gets close to the boat, this water's that clear that it does some crazy stuff. And obviously the trout just really, really love it. Oh, there we go. There we go. He was right up on the rocks. Oh, oh, that's a big one. Ooh, that's a nice one. What you doing, dude? Yeah, look at you. Oh, goodness. All right. All right. Just so awesome. Look at him. Man, he was not going to get off. He hit that bait right in the middle. About a 19, 20-inch fish. We're going to tag him and let him go. All right, big boy. All right. There you go. Oh, he missed it. Come on. He hit it again, but he missed it. Hopefully he's still in the area. Oh, there he is. Yep, he's still in the area. Oh, goodness. Man, you just can't tell how big these fish are. Like, that first run is pretty intense. Every one feels like a 25-incher, but I think he's probably about the same size as all the rest. We'll see in a minute. He won't come up. He's just doing circles. Yeah, he's only got the back hook as well. Yep, only got the back hook. This one might be a donation. All right, reel down to him and pull him in. There we go. You can tell he's feeding because he's pooping. So, you know, an important part of getting views on these videos is getting a really good thumbnail. So I do put some time and effort into that, but I'm gonna show you the process for getting a thumbnail. It's kind of janky, but it works. Okay, so I carry around a tripod that holds my camera, and I actually use my iPhone to get the thumbnails. Now, unfortunately, mounting the iPhone up here on the tripod makes it top heavy, and I've had it fall over before. In fact, with this wind, it probably is gonna fall over. So what I do is put my life jacket around the base. Obviously that adds some weight, but it also adds flotation. In case this whole thing goes into the water, it should float. All right, there we go. As I mentioned, kind of janky. Then I set my phone up, I flip the photo to selfie mode, change the aspect ratio to 16:9, and then I set the timer. Generally 3 seconds is good. Hopefully that stays there. All right, I'm gonna grab some fish. There it goes. Oh, my phone's gone. Oh no. Oh no.